2026. The world is changing faster than most people can emotionally handle. Artificial intelligence is replacing jobs. Algorithms are shaping attention. And millions of people wake up every morning feeling overwhelmed, distracted, and uncertain about their future. But here's what most people still don't understand. The people who dominate this decade will not necessarily be the smartest. They will not be the most talented. And they will not be the people with the best degrees. The winners of 2026 will be the people who learn faster, adapt faster, and think differently from the crowd. Right now, the average person spends hours every day consuming information, scrolling endlessly, watching short videos, switching between apps every few seconds. Their attention is fragmented. Their focus is broken. And slowly, they lose control over their own minds. We live in a world where distraction is no longer an accident. It's an industry. Every notification, every recommendation, every infinite scroll is competing for your brain. But while most people are distracted, a small group of people are quietly building an unfair advantage. They wake up earlier. They think deeper. They protect their focus. They study timeless ideas. And every single day, they become slightly stronger than they were yesterday. At first, the difference is invisible. But after months and years, the gap becomes massive. The books in this video are not just books. They are mental operating systems. These ideas have helped entrepreneurs build companies, investors build wealth, creators build discipline, and ordinary people completely reinvent their lives. If you truly understand the lessons inside these books, 2026 could become the year that changes everything for you. One of the biggest lies people believe is that success happens in giant moments. People think their lives will change overnight. One breakthrough, one motivation burst, one perfect opportunity. But real transformation almost never works like that. Success is usually quiet, slow, and repetitive. Tiny actions repeated every day eventually become identity. That's why Atomic Habits became one of the most important self-improvement books of this generation. Every habit you repeat is shaping the person you become. Every workout, every page you read, every promise you keep to yourself, is casting a vote for your future identity. And the opposite is also true. Every distraction, every excuse, every delay, every moment of self-neglect also shapes who you become. Your life is not built by your goals alone, it is built by your systems. In 2026, motivation is no longer enough, because motivation is emotional, and emotions change constantly. Some mornings you feel inspired. Other mornings you feel exhausted. The people who succeed are not the people who always feel motivated. They are the people who continue even when motivation disappears. Discipline eventually becomes freedom. The smartest people in 2026 are learning how to automate discipline. They don't rely on willpower every day. Instead, they design systems. Morning routines, calendar blocks, habit tracking, deep work sessions, digital boundaries. They remove friction from good habits, and add friction to bad ones. Because environment is often stronger than motivation. But habits alone are not enough. Because even disciplined people can fail, if their attention is constantly destroyed. And today, focus has become one of the rarest and most valuable skills on earth. In a distracted world, the ability to focus deeply is becoming a superpower. Most people cannot sit alone for even 10 minutes without checking their phones. Their minds are addicted to stimulation. But deep work teaches something powerful. The people who can concentrate without distraction create disproportionately valuable results. 1 hour of true focus can outperform an entire day of fragmented attention. Most people consume all day long. They consume content, consume opinions, consume entertainment, consume noise. Very few people actually create. And the future belongs to creators. The people who write, build, design, solve problems, and think independently will always have leverage. One of the biggest reasons people feel overwhelmed is because they are trying to do too many things at the same time. Too many goals. Too many priorities. Too many distractions. But extraordinary success often comes from extreme clarity. What is the one thing that makes everything else easier or unnecessary? That single question can completely change your productivity. This book delivers a painful truth. Your life is short. The average human life is roughly 4,000 weeks, that's it. And yet most people live as if they have unlimited time. They postpone meaningful work, meaningful relationships, meaningful dreams. But time is the only resource you can never recover. Focus is not really about doing more. It's about eliminating more. Every meaningful life requires sacrifice. When you say yes to one thing, you automatically say no to something else. And successful people understand this deeply. They protect their attention like their future depends on it. Because it does. Most people think wealth is mainly about intelligence. But financial success is far more psychological than mathematical. Some people earn a lot and still stay broke. Others earn less, but slowly build freedom over time. Because money is not only about knowledge. It's about behavior, patience, emotional control, and long-term thinking. The ultimate luxury is not expensive cars, or designer clothes, or status symbols. The ultimate luxury is control over your time. Being able to wake up without anxiety. Being able to choose how you spend your day. Being able to say no. Real wealth creates freedom, not just consumption. Your external world is deeply connected to your internal beliefs. The way you think shapes the actions you take. And the actions you repeat shape your future. Most people unconsciously train themselves for limitation. They repeat doubt, fear, scarcity, excuses. But successful people repeatedly feed their minds with possibility. Wealth often begins psychologically before it appears physically. Because before people build businesses, they first build belief. Before they change their circumstances, they change their standards. And before they transform their lives, they transform their identity. A poor mindset seeks comfort first. A rich mindset seeks leverage first. Comfort wants entertainment. Leverage wants skills. Comfort wants shortcuts. Leverage wants systems. Comfort escapes discomfort. Leverage understands that discomfort is often the price of growth. But even intelligent people make terrible decisions sometimes. Why? Because human psychology is deeply irrational. And understanding your own mind may be one of the most important skills of this decade. Your brain operates through two different systems. One system is fast, emotional, automatic. The other is slow, logical, deliberate. Most people live almost entirely in reactive mode. They react emotionally, spend emotionally, argue emotionally, decide emotionally, And then they wonder why life feels chaotic. Some of the worst decisions in life feel emotionally correct in the moment. Impulse purchases, toxic relationships, angry reactions, short-term pleasures. The brain constantly seeks immediate reward, even when it damages long-term goals. Life is not chess. It's poker. Even good decisions can produce bad outcomes. And bad decisions can sometimes produce lucky results. That's why smart people think in probabilities, not certainties. The future is uncertain for everyone. But uncertainty is not the enemy. In many ways, uncertainty creates opportunity. The people who stay calm under uncertainty often gain massive advantages while everyone else panics. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your decisions. And your decisions shape everything. Your health, your career, your finances, your relationships, your future. And ultimately, the quality of your decisions depends on what you feed your mind every day. The ideas you consume become your mental environment. And your mental environment eventually becomes your reality. In 2026, information is everywhere. But transformation is rare. People consume endless content, without changing their behavior. They confuse watching with learning, and learning with action. These books are not magic. Reading alone will not change your life. But the right idea, applied consistently, can completely redirect your future. One idea can change your identity. One identity can change your habits. One set of habits can change your future. And sometimes, an entirely different life begins with a single sentence from a single book. So read differently in 2026. Don't read only for entertainment. Read for transformation. Read to think better. Read to focus deeper. Read to build freedom. Read to become dangerous in a distracted world. Because the people who master their minds will eventually master their lives. Subscribe for life-changing ideas from the world's best books.